Hello guys, my name is Sado, and this is yet another shoutcast of Knights and Merchants remake gameplay. This time, the map is a bit unusual because it's a special map. The map's name is the Conquest. It's made by Khan and me. He made the entire map while I did the dynamic script for it. And what is a dynamic script? Some of you might know, but for those that don't know, well, dynamic scripting is a way to make the map more intelligent, I guess. All the special maps, you can see the newest version of the remake, are dynamically scripted. And, well, let's say it's some kind of magic that a map maker can apply to the map. So it's intelligent, it can, for example, keep track of the scores, as you can see in this little overlay. This little piece of text telling us which side has how many buildings right now. You'll see what is this thing useful for in a while. And yeah, the Conquest is an example of a special map. I guess to play it you really need to understand the rules first. And I tried to make it a bit easier by including the rules in a start message. Assuming that anyone reads these messages anyway. Yeah, but still, the Conquest is basically like that. Every player, and there are 6 players on the map, so it's 3 versus 3. Every player gets barracks and 3 schools at start, so he can train the recruits in these schools. He doesn't even need to bother with schools though, because the recruiting process is automatical, as you will see in a while, and the gold is infinite, so nothing to worry about. You only have to train troops from the barracks. But how do you get weapons? Well, every building has its purpose on this map, and most of them are kinda similar. For each building you're getting some kind of weapons to the barracks. So for example, this building, Armor Smithy, is giving one crossbowman suit, which means an armor, iron shield, an armor and a crossbow, of course, each 40 seconds, or 50, not sure, I don't remember exactly. And that's an example, but every building gives some kind of troops. I tried to make it quite logical, which types of buildings are giving which types of soldiers. So for example, when this building is giving you crossbowman, its leather counterpart will give you bowman suits. Same here, this gives swordman, this gives axeman, and so on. So yeah, I think I'll just start the game, because the first few minutes are quite lazy, because people will try to capture the buildings with the vagabonds. And yeah, by the way, each player gets a vagabond at the start, so you can have a soldier to capture the building fast at the start of the game, but you have to be very careful about him, because horses can capture the buildings quite quickly, as you can see, because they are much faster than an average unit. But there's a catch. As you can read there in the rules, knights and scouts are unable to capture buildings. That's why this horse is the only unit in the game which can capture buildings on this map. So when you bring a knight or scout here, basically nothing will happen. The building will not be captured. That's to prevent people from making an enormous amount of horses, then trying to sneak them up the enemy territory one by one, because it's very hard to kill a horse on this huge map. Well, it's huge for this mode. Well, imagine trying to run after a horse there. There's basically too much space there for that. So yeah, I blocked the knights and scouts because of that. Well, what's more? You can see there a stable and a watchtower. The stable obviously gives players the knights, and the watchtower is here to defend the stables, so it's not that easy to capture them. And the catch is that, you can clearly see there are two teams here, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and I made it so that the left side, bottom player, location 3, which is me in that case, gets the stables on the start of the game, and same with location 4, which is TianK in this case, gets these stables here at the start. It's to prevent the rushes, because before it was like all the players would just run up to the stables and try to capture it, and if the other guy was already there, they would start fighting 1 versus 1, and it was nice because it made people lose the horses lose the vagabonds too fast, I felt. Yeah, and well, the most important thing about this mode is probably the front lines and keeping the front lines in the right places, so the enemy cannot take huge buildings, for example. As you can see, Bloodtree, which is the player on the top left log, is failing to do that because TianK already took a few soldiers from him. I mean, a few buildings. He's trying to reclaim them, but he's already at disadvantage because each second you don't have your own building, you're losing troops that you can train in barracks. You can see what types of troops he can make right now. It's not much, but it's still early in the game. I have a bit more, for example. Well, the real action will start in 2 minutes. So I guess it's the time to show you all the players around there. Bloodtree, location 1, location 2 is Janek. I'm on the location 3. And the opposite team, TianK on 4. Crazy Mike. Yeah, Crazy Mike, location 5. And location 6, FenQ. Yeah, FenQ. So yeah. Maybe let's try X3 speed for a while. Like 2 minutes, because the fights will start in a while. You can already see a front line popping up on the top. I don't think Bloodtree played his best game that time, but you need to forgive him because he played this game mode only once before, and it was like half a year ago, which was quite some time ago, I guess. By the way, I think from all these players only me and TianK played this mode a few times already, not more than a few. So it's quite obvious that Bloodtree here and for example FenQ here will be at disadvantage. Okay, let's slow it down. Here we go, first fight, me versus FenQ. And you can see how easily I flanked his bowman and crossbowman there. And I also had a bit more soldiers, so it was quite lucky for me, I guess. There was no chance FenQ could win. And let's take a look immediately here, because something will happen there. Yeah, TianK starts to kill off the bowman there for free. Yeah, not much happens there. I think there will be another fight there, because FenQ is a bit reckless about his troops. Maybe not. Yeah, nothing happens on the top. In the meantime, Janek is preparing his soldiers. I think it's very important to catch this building early on, because it gives you swordmen. Swordmen are very valuable on the battlefield. So if you will ever play this game mode, I'd advise you to go for the weaponsmithy first with your horse. Also, one more thing is that you could train a very early militia unit and go with him to another direction, just like I did. I gone with the horse there, because there are quite some buildings to capture, for me and send one militia there. It's a bit slower, but it's enough, I guess. Not much happens there. I can say a bit more about the buildings. Tannery gives you lancers, and Arrowsmithy gives you pikes. And the farm in the middle gives you random units, so you never know what you might get. You might get a horse, or you might get a pike, for example. As I already said, here comes the fight. I don't have enough soldiers there, I'm afraid, so I might lose. Still, he has mostly militia, so we'll see about that. And I'm actually trying to get my horse there, so it might be a bit better for me in a while. And I also got a few more troops coming, which means even if I lose this, and I certainly will because of that, I might still win in a while. Yeah, look at that. He has no melee to protect himself there, so I will probably still win there. Even with this army coming, I will... Oh, I failed to protect my bowman entirely, but still... I'm guessing I'll be fine. Like, totally fine. Yeah, so they lost many soldiers there. Meanwhile, nothing happens at the top, but TianK keeps pushing on and getting kills for free. I see. Oh, Bloodtree got caught there. He's too slow, I think. He should attack immediately right now if he got caught like that. He almost had an advantage there for a while. But meanwhile, I'm chasing the last troops there and reclaiming a few enemy buildings, as you can see. Killed my horses, but it's not a big deal, I can make more. In fact, a great army is coming already. Yeah, the thing about this game mode is that you always have to send continuously have to send new troops, so we don't get empty-handed at the battle area. As you can see, Bloodtree is going to make a mistake soon, because these horses can easily flank his city there. All his soldiers there. He doesn't have much soldiers as well here, so he's almost lost. I think our teammate should have helped him. He's trying indeed to go back. He was busy helping me for a while, you probably didn't see that. While I'm seeing how bad is the situation at the top, I'm trying to advance there, but I need to wait for my troops, which are still coming a long way. Let's speed up a bit because nothing happens. At that point they realized they could chase me a little bit, I think. But not that much. No, they're not actually chasing me, they're going to attack here. And... well, you can see that TianK is having massive advantage there. He destroyed all the Bloodtree's troops there, and he's going to destroy the barracks there soon. Yeah, it's almost a GG. This will not help there. Let's take a look here because a fight is already going on. Yeah, he got caught, but just in time there are my soldiers storming into the battle to save his bowman a bit. He still lost quite a bit of bowmen there, but I've got more than enough army to defend, even attack here. As you can see, the situation doesn't look well on the bottom front for the enemy team. Yeah, we basically won there, while the barracks of Bloodtree are destroyed. So TianK did a good job on the top, but well, we need to focus on two places at once now, because let's slow down. Janek engaged into a fight there. Might not be the best spot, but I think he still didn't make a mistake, that much at least, because he wanted to catch these troops as soon as possible. He's going to get flanked there. Meanwhile, my army gets into the city of FenQ. And some troops from Crazy Mike are coming as well. So I might have to hide there in a while. At that point, TianK starts to send soldiers to the bottom when his team needs them. So yeah, I divided my troops and started fighting on two fronts. Yeah. And the battle isn't that hard there. This is an interesting fight, but my knight won. And I won there as well. Meanwhile, TianK is doing quite well, but he needs a bit more troops there. He will win, but he will not have many left. So Janek can easily outspam him meanwhile. Meanwhile, you can see how useless lances are when fighting against cold melee. Cold melee means axemen and swordmen. So yeah, I didn't even need to engage the bowmen because they were busy there for a while, so I forgot about them. And it's very likely I'll destroy FenQ in a while, at least it was. But then a large army, quite large, army of TianK appears. I don't have my reinforcements there yet, they are just out of the barracks and also here. So I needed to get back a little bit, but first I will try to destroy this army and then catch this one. And this guy got caught for some reason. Yeah, probably was too reckless about one of these armies. But still, I've got an advantage. He doesn't have that much there. And he doesn't have shooters. His team is a bit slow with their reinforcements as well. I'm trying to destroy the barracks. Not least cripple the production by killing the recruits. Little did I know that he had lots of recruits inside. So we'll see in a while. So he didn't even need them. See, I blocked the entrance. Not much interesting happens here. TianK is going to make a front somewhere there probably. Because the Janek started spamming really nicely in the last minutes. Meanwhile, I lost on the left side. And I might not win on the right as well. Well, but still, you can see how important bowmen are because I easily won there with less troops. But yeah, the battle is kind of won, but there are more troops coming, so I have to be very careful. So I decided to go back and wait for... where is this army? Well, for these troops. I think I forgot to send them. Nothing happens at top. TianK tries to reclaim a few buildings, but he will have to go back and back. Forward, men! Yeah, I lost a couple of troops there, but it wasn't necessary because I wanted to retreat a little bit. Because this space is too open, so I could get creamed basically. This is a bit better spot to fight. I will still run because I don't have enough yet. But the advantage is mine because I claimed many buildings from the enemy already. So he's not producing enough troops. When you capture... well, you can even see 24 buildings, team 1, which is the left side, and the right side has only 17. So the advantage is quite obvious. Yeah, FenQ tries to reclaim the building. I think a speed up is needed. Yeah, TianK tried to flank me. They had a chance at this point, I think, but they didn't use it. And my troops are already there, so... Oh, by the way, you can see the recruit is hungry. Yeah, anyway, the troops are already there, so they will not win anymore. And I'm trying to drag the horses there and catch them, and... Yeah, this was a bit too offensive. He should have gone back, I guess, with these horses. Well, at that point they're trying to attack, but this is not the right decision, I guess. I have way too many troops there. When you play for enough time on this map, like for 20 minutes, the winning side gets insane amount of troops. So it's very important to have many buildings there. In the meantime, Janek keeps pushing on the top. He's trying to help me as well, which is nice. I'm killing off this bowman there. Well, I think TianK did a very nice job in this game. And his teammates were a bit inexperienced. So it's not, but it's not neither his nor their fault. Well, basically, as I said, Bloodtree played his first game on this map since half a year, I think. I mean, on this map, on this game mode, because there was another map in this game mode before. And let's speed it up. And Crazy Mike and FenQ played for the first or the second time yesterday with us, so I mean this game mode, so we can't blame them too much. Janek was also almost a novice. He played a couple of games there, but not that many. You can speed up a little bit because the game is about to end in a while. Not that much interesting there. Basically, I'm walking with this enormous army to the FenQ city, fighting off some troops in the wild sometimes. So just keep these fights a bit. And well, TianK seems to still fight there. He'll probably win this one, but he doesn't have bowman, which means he's not winning. Yeah, he has only militia. It's unfortunate. And yeah, he will get this kill for nothing. Meanwhile, I'm destroying FenQ's barracks, I mean. Wow, and look, yeah, look at that amount of recruits. He had 150, he said. There are our combined armies getting ready to kill off Crazy Mike. Meanwhile, Janek is advancing on the top. It's very difficult for TianK to defend while having to help the bottom. Well, the game is basically over, as you can see. Let's even speed up X 10 times. Yeah. TianK's still trying, but he has no chance, unfortunately. And here we go. Crazy Mike's barracks are destroyed. So the only fight that's going up there is Janek versus TianK. He's still trying, but then my army comes all the way north. And yeah. We're playing cat and mouse there, I guess. Yeah. This is it. So, thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't boring. It was a bit more unusual because this game mode is quite special, I guess. I think that means we're quite balanced. Two players were not that experienced in Conquest, but We also had one who wasn't that experienced, one who was kind of experienced. I guess it was fine. We could see a massive comeback from our team after being in a 2 versus 3 situation. So yeah, thanks for watching it, and see you next time. Bye bye.